I don't know about you guys, but I am truly loving how much love the Alien and Predator franchise have been getting lately. It's just truly exciting to see that not only is Disney going to continue giving us more from this series after that whole merger where they actually purchased, where they acquired Fox. A lot of people were probably concerned, I know I was, that franchises that Fox put in place would no longer be getting love, but that is not the case. Disney is still saying, let's roll forward with these existing series that are generating lots of fan base and lots of income. Last year we had Alien Romulus, we also had Prey on Hulu, and now we have this, Alien Earth, which to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, is the first TV series to take place in this Alien universe, so that's really fun. So I know I'm a little bit late, the next episodes are already around the corner, but I wanted to dive into these first two episodes and give you guys my thoughts. And by the way, if you have not seen this series yet, and you don't want to find out anything, then come back after you've checked out this episode, or these episodes, because I may be talking about some spoilers in this video. So sit back, grab a drink, enjoy, and let's talk about Alien Earth. Alien Earth is being brought to you by showrunner Noah Hawley. Now, if you don't know who the hell that is, well, I'm telling you right now, this guy is a very talented creator. He's the guy who brought us that really awesome show that was super trippy called Legion. That was also on FX. That show, I kind of have to say, it would make one concerned for this guy taking on an Alien series, because that show was bonkers. It was just absolutely insane. And yet, I'm telling you right now, this series is in excellent hands with Noah Hawley. Alien Earth takes place in the year 2120, which makes it 2 years before the first Alien movie, which takes place in 2122. And what I've read from interviews with Noah Hawley, he is mostly opting to not pay attention to the events of Prometheus and Alien Covenant, which is a little bit of a shame because I do think those movies are really pretty good. I mean, I didn't like Alien Covenant very much at all, actually, but I really did like Prometheus quite a bit, and I do think that the lore they established in that movie was quite interesting. Not to mention, they did kind of acknowledge that series, those newer movies in the new Alien Romulus movie. So it's kind of weird that they're not acknowledging it here, but that's what showrunner Noah Hawley has said he is mostly doing. He wants to get back to the basics. It's got a pretty large cast, and I'm going to try to get through these names without sounding like a complete jackass, but it has Sidney Chandler, Alex Lawther, who may be familiar to people who have watched that series on Netflix called The End of the Fucking World. He was also in a few episodes of Andor. It's got Babou Ceesay, Timothy Olyphant, and Samuel Blenkin. There's a lot more to this cast. This is a TV series after all, so you're going to see a high cast list, but I don't want to get bogged down getting into all the details about every single person that is being featured in this series. One of the things I noticed immediately when watching the series is that it does seem to be adding some additional lore to the existing franchises, and it's been pretty interesting lore. Like I said, if you haven't seen this episode yet, or these first two episodes yet, please don't watch this video. Come back and watch it afterwards, unless you totally don't care about having some stuff spoiled, because I do want to dive into these synthetics really quick. In this series, we see that it is these terminally ill kids that are having their minds transported over to these synthetic bodies. And it's got me asking questions. It's got me wondering, are all synthetics former humans? Is that why Ash was such an asshole? Because that guy was the worst. He was just a dick. So if he was a former person, it would kind of make sense, because his asshole mentality, it just seemed just spiteful, right? This guy was all mission and nothing about emotion or sympathy. So maybe I'm answering my own question. Maybe he was not a former human at all. But it does make me wonder. Visually, this show looks like $1 million, and that's probably because this show really is $1 million. Multiple millions of bucks, I would assume. When you are watching this show, it does not look like Disney or FX or whoever is paying for this whole endeavor decided to skimp. It looks like you're watching a film, which I really do appreciate because, yeah, I don't want to see bad graphics. I don't want to see something that looks like it came from the Sci-Fi Channel. We all know Sci-Fi Channel, especially back in the 90s and even the mid-2000s, their graphics, hell, even like 5 years ago, their graphics just not good. This series looks very much like a multi-million-dollar project. Jumping into the cast, I have to give a shout out to my boy Timothy Olyphant. I am a big fan of this guy. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I would say I really started falling in love with him when I saw him in that series Justified, but almost everything he is in, he just rocks. He has this demeanor that is just so easy to get into. I feel like I would get along with him. Timothy, if you're watching this episode or this review, then please do get a hold of me because I would love to hang out, buddy. I think you're really awesome and you're knocking it out in this series. Your character, or his character, let's stop talking to him because he's not really watching anyways. His character has this very calm, cold demeanor, as most synthetics in the Alien franchise do, and I'm really intrigued by him. I feel like every time he's on screen, I am totally locked in and focused, and I want to hear more from him. I'm loving seeing him leading these other synthetics, and also that hair. He looks a lot like the bad guy from the first Blade Runner movie, definitely giving some slightly creepy vibes. I'm expecting this guy's character to make me feel unsettled eventually. Sydney Chandler is also delivering a very stellar performance as the quite timid synthetic Wendy. It's pretty fascinating how they are choosing to move kids' minds into these synthetic bodies. Why children? I totally don't get it. There's got to be terminal adults that are more mentally able to make full functioning decisions, and yet they're choosing to move these kids to these synthetic bodies. It's given them all kinds of durability. They're super powerful now, but they still have that immaturity that comes with being a kid, and it makes me very curious as to what the reasoning is. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an explanation, but if you guys have any theories about that, I would not hate to hash it out with you guys. So put your theories in the comments about that. Babou Ceesay is the latest synthetic asshole, and man, he is very much bringing me Ash vibes. This guy so far is coming off as somebody that is much more interested in getting his objective done. So like I said, he's like Ash. He doesn't seem like he's going to be a very nice character, but he is very familiar with this xenomorph and how to handle it. So maybe he's going to have some saving grace where he ends up helping people to deal with this xenomorph threat. He does seem like he understands this creature more than anybody at this point, and that is going to give him a leg up. So yeah, I'm pretty curious to see, is this synthetic going to be more like Bishop, or is he going to continue being more like Ash? Because so far, Ash is what I'm getting from him, and he's a douche. Jumping over to our main baddie, the xenomorph. Well, it's pretty fascinating seeing a xenomorph on planet Earth. We've never had an alien movie take place on Earth before. They've always been on these outer space colonies. And man, just seeing how populated Earth is in this series, that's a lot of carnage that we could be getting from this xenomorph. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for this creature. And if this thing lays eggs, or more facehuggers come out and start, you know, creating new xenomorphs, I'm very curious to see just how it's going to work out. This planet could get totally fucked. And as someone who lives on Earth, I don't really want to see that, right? I don't want to live with a xenomorph. So far, this series is more than scratching the itch that I have for more quality sci-fi content. And I have to say, it really does seem like Hollywood is giving a lot of love to the sci-fi series these days. It's just been a very popular genre, and I am loving to see it. I mean, we've got Foundation going on right now on Apple TV. I would say that Severance is a sci-fi. We have Silo sci-fi. There's just a lot of sci-fis out there. Dune Prophecy, also sci-fi. It is really sci-fi's time in the sun. We're having a great time. At least I am. I hope you guys are enjoying it. It really is fun, and it shows you just how easy it is to love this genre. So far, I'm saying that this series is well worth checking out if you're into the Alien series, or if you're into Predator, because I do believe that the Alien and Predator series are going to start crossing over a little bit. If you've seen the trailer for the movie Predator Badlands, you will notice that there is a Weyland-Yutani synthetic in that movie played by Ella Fanning, and so it does seem like it's inevitable we are maybe going to be getting an Alien and Predator crossover event eventually, and that would be really cool to see, because of course we all know those previous Alien vs Predator movies were totally hot garbage, like wet, soupy, disgusting, sitting in 95-degree trash garbage. Sorry if that's too much of a visual, but that's what people thought of those movies, especially the second one, Requiem. Ugh. Not good at all. But so far, I'm giving this series an 8 out of 10. There is only 2 episodes out though, so that score is subject to fluctuate a little bit. By the end, I don't know, is this show gonna wow me or is it gonna let me down? It's Noah Hawley, so I do have very high hopes for it. It's got Timothy Olyphant. It's got all the ingredients of a show that I'm going to absolutely love, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to stick the landing. Put your thoughts on this series in the comments and let me know what you're thinking of it. If you liked this video and if you want to hear more from me, you should like this video and then hit subscribe. Later.